With the royal wedding this morning, we've got weddings on the mind, of course. The summer wedding season is fast approaching, and if you're invited to any, you need to keep a few things in mind to be the best guest you can be. So take notes on this, everybody. Etiquette expert Aimee Symington joins us with some wedding etiquette do's and don'ts for all the guests out there. Aimee, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, you've got a list of things. I think these are really important. Some of them we know, but it's good to be reminded about. Others, I was kind of, you know, were new to me. The first one, you say RSVP quickly.
As soon as you can. I mean, really, we want to show the bride and groom as much respect and courtesy as we can. So when you get an invitation, whether it's to the wedding or to a shower or to any of the luncheons, RSVP as soon as you can so they have a proper count.
It's very nice. I think that goes for any party you're invited to.
It does. It does, especially for a wedding.
Yes, particularly for a wedding when head count really matters, and that's a big deal.
Right.
When it comes to the time of the ceremony, you say arrive early. If it's a 5 o'clock start time, don't show up at 4:58.
Right. The last thing you want to do is to upstage the bride and just come running in and make a ruckus. So, yes, come early, you know, enjoy the moment, and I think that's a nice courtesy for the bride.
When it comes to gift giving, I have some questions about this. When you are giving a wedding gift to the bride and groom, a couple of things. First of all, how much money should you spend?
Well, it's really a minimum of $50.
Minimum of $50.
A minimum of $50, and it depends on the relationship you have with the bride and groom. If you're real close, you know, part of the family or a close friend, you'd probably want to give a little bit more. If you have a large family that's going to the reception, you would want to give certainly more then as well.
Okay. How much time do you have to give the gift? I've always heard that after a couple gets married, you have a year to send a gift. Is that still true?
You do. I mean, Emily Post says you can, you have up to a year to send a gift, but really the new thinking on it is, within 2-3 months, send them something. It's, especially if it's something they've registered for and they want to complete their dish set or something, for example.
Right. Is it better to get them something from the registry, or if you have an idea for something creative or unique or special, can you go that route? Can you give cash?
You can definitely give cash. That's always good, but I would highly recommend getting something from the gift registry. Even though you might want to knit them a matching sweater set, it's certainly better to get something that they've registered for that they really want.
Okay. Very good. That's very helpful. When it comes to gift giving, too, do you have to get something for the wedding shower, the engagement party, and the wedding?
You need to get something for the shower, for the wedding, obviously, but for the engagement party, unless you're part of the family, you really don't need to give them a gift. And I would also say about the gift is that you want to send it to the couple before or after the wedding, but not bring it actually to the ceremony.
I think that's a good one. I know most weddings, they set up a gift table, but better not to do that. Better to go ahead and send it to them.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it is.
When it comes to it's time to eat, you should know proper dining etiquette.
Well, I would recommend, especially if you're going to a formal sit-down dinner, it can be very intimidating when you're sitting there with everything formal. A couple of quick tips there is that if you're sitting at a table, I would wait for everybody at your table to be served their food before you start eating.
Remember that, everybody.
Pass all of the food to the right. And sometimes when you sit there, you get a little panicked on which is my bread plate. So here's a quick tip. Underneath the table, not so anybody can see you, make a small B and a small D with your fingers.
Okay.
And you know that your B is for your bread plate on your left, and D is for your drink on the right.
That's a good way to remember. You go like this, B is for bread and D is for your drink.
Right, so that's something, a little quick thing, but you want to feel comfortable when you're dining.
Yes, but it is important to observe the proper forms of etiquette. I think that's a great little thing.
Right.
Also, don't bring your kids unless it was specified that you're allowed to bring children to a wedding.
Absolutely. Look at the wedding invitation that you were sent. If it has your name and a guest name, then that's who attends. But do not bring extra guests and don't bring your children unless they've specifically been invited.
Okay. Aimee also says don't text or take pictures during the wedding. That's also not a great thing to do.
No, that's not a good thing.
None of that. Such good advice, good reminders for all of us. Aimee Symington, thank you so much.
Sure,
we
thank you.
appreciate your time.